Okay, so let's go. Aha! So this is going to be a different video, guys. Hello, first everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And so, oh, I'm doing this. I'm so used to wearing my glasses, so I'm like, okay, today I don't have glasses. Okay, so yeah, today I'm gonna do a video on winter, winter, winter. Okay, I know it's not yet winter here in Canada right now. It's fall, but it's almost winter. So winter is coming. Winter is coming. It's starting to get really cold, and I thought, I should do my experience of my first winter and some tips which I think will be helpful to if you're an international student, if you're new in Canada, if you want to come here to Canada. And I thought, why not? Why not? I'm just gonna put it out there. I hope it helps you. So, drum roll, let's go. Okay, so the number one point. Okay, so wait, I'm gonna say first where I'm from. I am from Kenya, and in Kenya, we don't have any extreme weather. In Kenya, it's very like the weather is nice. Like the lowest personally I have experienced in Kenya is like I think 11 or 12 degrees. And that's in the morning, like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. When I used to wake up and I had to go to work that early. So that's the only time I experienced such kind like 10 degrees, not even 10, like 11. So can you imagine? And then so it's very hot in Kenya. Like most of the time, it's like 20 degrees. The average in Kenya is like 25, 24. Like it's a very warm country. Like it's warm. Like it's warm. But so when I came here to Canada, I came in August, so it was nice. So I thank God because I came in August, so I got integrated slowly into the cold. Like I didn't come and I found like I know some people who just came and found winter. They're like, oh, it's like they're from that. That can be shocking. So here in Canada, there are three seasons. There's winter, there's fall, and summer. So right now we are in fall, and then I don't know when. I think November. Correct me if I'm wrong, but some or December. Winter is going to start, and even right now it's starting to get a bit cold. It's not that cold, but it's cold. So, my experience. I have so many experiences with winter, good ones and bad ones, but mostly not good. But I don't even don't know which one to say. Because I don't want to discourage anyone and someone to feel like, oh, I don't want to go to Canada, it's too cold. Number one, if you are seeing me here, I survived. Seeing me all this good, looking good, still glowing, I survived. And so about the winter, so it gets the lowest that I have ever experienced here in Canada. It was I think minus 20 or 19, and then feels was like minus 29. I'm gonna put the picture here because that day I took a picture of how cold it was. It was cold. It was cold. It was cold. Cold. Cold, cold, cold. It was cold, cold, cold. Cold times five. So anyway, that's but the average for winter is like minus 8, minus I think 10, 12 last year. I've just been here for 1 year, so but it was cold. So there was this time it was so cold, and I missed the bus. I missed the bus like I think 3 times. And here, when you miss the bus, it's not like Kenya. When you miss the bus, you have to wait for a specific time. If it's 15 minutes, the next bus is coming in 15 minutes or 20 minutes. And then sometimes it can delay. So can you imagine standing outside for that long because the bus left you? I learned the hard way how to keep time because there are several instances where the bus left me. Like I'm literally walking, and then I see the bus. I'm like, is that the bus that I'm supposed to be on? In winter, honestly, I cried a lot, a lot, a lot. I cried every time, not every time, but most times I used to cry because from my house, from where I stay to the bus stop, is like a 12 minutes walk. But in winter, it goes from 12 minutes to 50, okay, let's say 15 minutes, because it's when it's cold, the road is slippery, and so that's 15 minutes I have to walk. in winter, and then from where the bus stop is, like from where I get off the bus to where I work is like a also 15 minutes walk. So that's like walking outside for 30 minutes plus waiting for the bus. Yo, guys, it was hectic. But anyway, I made it. And so, yeah, that oh, what was I saying? I was saying some of my experiences. So that's one of my experiences, missing bus during winter. And then the other thing that shocked me about winter is that when it's cold, like when it's cold, like minus 15, like it's so bright and sunny. There's not even one cloud. Literally, I'm not lying. Maybe I'll show you a picture of like how it was when it was minus 15 plus how it is when it's like 8 minus 1 or 2 3. Actually, when it snows, it's not cold. That's something that I've realized. When it snows, it's not that cold. But when you see the sun out, when you wake up and it's winter and you see the sky is blue, just to know that day is a very cold day. Huh? It will be a very cold day. That shocked me, to be honest, because I was like, oh, today is sunny. Thank you, God. We have sun finally in Canada. When I go outside, I was like, huh? I can't even feel the, like, I don't know what's the purpose of the sun. I can't feel the sun. I could not feel the sun, literally. You can only feel the sun when you are inside in a warm place. And like here, when I'm in my room, when the sun is setting, I can feel the sun. But when I'm outside, I can't. Okay, that's another point. Another thing that shocked me about winter is how cold it can be. I don't know how to explain. You know, when I used to be in Kenya, where I used to work, we used to have these big freezers where we'd store food. And you know, in freezer, it's like minus 18, right? So it was minus 18. So I would go inside there and pretend like, oh, I'm going to Canada. I just want to feel how it feels to be like in such a weather. It was cold. It was okay then. It was cold, but it wasn't the cold here. Like it's I don't know. It's a cold that you can't explain, and then it's cold and then windy, so it makes it even worse. See, okay. The other thing about something else that happened to me, I almost fell down because in winter there's something they call, I don't know, black ice. It's like when it rains and then I think it freezes, so it's like the road froze, like it's ice on the road, so it gets quite slippery. So I almost slept, slept one time. I almost slept, and yeah. So okay, yeah. I'm trying to think what else happened to me in winter. I'm trying to think of my experiences, except from missing the bus. That was the major one, guys. Actually, there's one day I missed the bus and I had to walk to another bus stop and wait like another 15 minutes. You know, that day I called my mom and I was like, Mom, I am just booking a flight ticket. I want to come back to Kenya. Okay, that was funny. Like, it was cold. Like, it was really cold. And I was like, I kept thinking, what am I doing here? Why am I here? Right now, I could be in Kenya enjoying the beautiful weather. I would question, why am I here? Why am I here? Oh gosh, all the time. Not all the time, but most of the time that I miss the bus. And I don't know, I always miss me and time. Someone please help me because yeah, anyway, so yeah, that was one thing. That was a very funny day. I was ready to go back to Kenya because of winter. Oh gosh, that's so funny. But anyway, so those are the negatives, but there are so much more. Like one, oh, if I start telling you stories, I'll stay here forever. There's this time that I was going somewhere and I didn't know the place. So I had to take two buses. So I took the first bus and it was around December. So it was not that cold, but it was around -5. And I put on boots which were too tight and they were not waterproof. And it had snowed. So the bus dropped me at the wrong, like I took the wrong bus. I took the wrong bus and then it dropped me somewhere that I was not supposed to be there. So after I realized, I was like, okay, I got off and then I had to walk. On that day, guys, I'm not kidding, I almost got frostbite because I had to, from where I was, I had to go where I was going, and then I had to take two more buses to go back home. By the time I was going home, my legs were frozen. I couldn't feel my legs. I was running home so that I can just go and shower, and with hot water. I'm not kidding. It took 30 minutes for me to feel my legs again. So it's very dangerous. Okay. Yeah. That it can be dangerous. So anyway, and then the other thing is, so I'm gonna say the good things about winter. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Winter is beautiful. Like if you don't have to go anywhere, and you, but even if you're going somewhere, you just look and just wow and say wow and just admire the hand of God, the creation of our Father. So yeah, it's very beautiful. Especially I love Christmas, and Christmas is the best time of the year. So and then with the snow, it's so beautiful. Like when it's, I'm gonna put a video of how it snows, and then everything is so beautiful. It looks so nice. And then because when I was in Kenya, we used to, there was this saying, as white as snow, truly as white as snow. Because one time I was looking at snow, it was so white. I was like, wow, this snow is so white. It's too white. It's too white. And what else? Yeah, I think okay. So tips on snow. No, on winter. Number one, you need to layer up. So the trick about winter, you can get a good expensive jacket, of course you can, but you don't have to. You can just get a very good winter jacket that is affordable, and then you have to layer up, like wear a lot of things. Like just don't wear that winter jacket, like wear something like this and then have a pull neck on, and then maybe have a sweater on, and then the jacket. I'm saying this because I'm not used to cold. I am from a place where it's not like there's no cold. So this is something that I always did. I always had to layer up, and I had like these scarves that if you see me how I am in winter, like you could only see my, I'm gonna put a picture. Ta-dee! Here. You could only see my face, because you can also freeze. Actually, I'll put a picture where my eyelashes froze, and my here they froze because it was cold. So yeah, always the important thing is to layer up. Layer up. Buy those good pull necks, sweaters, and a good winter jacket. And then also get tights, the cotton tights. And then when you wear a trouser, wear tights inside. And then also have good cotton socks and good winter shoes. The winter shoes which are waterproof. Because I wore those ones that were not waterproof, and I was almost getting frostbite. And frostbite is real. Yep. And then what else? Oh, and get good gloves. My gloves are the gloves that are waterproof, but outside they're waterproof, but inside they are like warm. They're like, I don't know if it's cotton, but yeah. I forgot where I bought them. But another tip where to buy these things. So I personally buy most of my things from the thrift store. It's cheap and they're good. I love going to the thrift store. I don't know about anyone who's watching, but even when I was in Kenya, I used to love to go to the thrift stores or the second-hand places, because in Kenya we have so many. So even here they are there, and you can go and you can find really good stuff for cheap, and they are good, really good. Most of my things I bought from the like winter stuff I bought from the thrift store, except winter jacket. And oh, another thing, Facebook Marketplace is good. That's where I bought my winter shoes. I found them in Facebook Marketplace. Yep. I'm trying to think what else I need to tell you guys. Let me see. I had written notes. I write notes on everything. Yeah, so just layer up and just stay warm. Another thing, in Canada, when it's winter. So like even fall, like the weather, they may say, oh, today is gonna be a bit warm, but always wear warm. The only time that I did not go out of the house with a jacket is summer. But even sometimes summer I used to wear. But every other time I had a jacket on. Don't risk it. This is Canada. And then another thing is, what else? Oh, I also when in my backpack I always had, like, when it's winter and when it was not that cold, I always had like a scarf, uh Marvin. Is it Marvin or Muffin? Marvin. Wait, Marvin? Like the, what do they call it? The thing, the hat. That one, and I had extra socks in my bag because you never know. So I always was prepared. I honestly, I just wanted to be so prepared because I didn't want. It's cold, but it's so beautiful. Oh gosh, it's so beautiful, and there are activities you can do during winter. I think people go for skiing. I've not gone to any because I didn't get the time to do so. But maybe this year I would go. I don't know. I might. But anyway, so those are just a few tips that I had for winter. And I hope this video was helpful. And I hope my stories, you learn from my stories. Don't, number one, don't miss the bus. Don't miss the bus, especially when it's winter. Prepare early and just wear so warm. Do not underestimate the cold. Do never underestimate the cold because don't do that. Just you'd rather be over prepared because you can if it's hot, but it never gets hot in winter. But when you feel hot, you can just take it off. But when you feel cold, what will you do? And you don't have any clothes. So be over prepared, especially for people like me who this is the coldest place they've ever been. They're used to hot places every day, like 20 degrees. So and you come here -20, that's a big difference. So you need to always be prepared and yeah, and have fun. You're gonna be fine. Don't worry. Winter is nice, but it's cold. Honestly, it's cold, but you'll survive. Don't worry. I made it. I'm here. Can you see how I am? I made it. I made it. Me and many other. Anyway, yeah. Thank you for watching. Please, if subscribe, share, like, and comment. If you have any question, just comment, and I might do a video on depending on the questions that people ask. And yeah, thank you for watching. May our Lord Jesus increase you. Woo. Thank you. Bye.